Hey everyone, so I thought that I would do the 13 personal questions tag because it seems really fun, and I know you guys don't know a lot about me other than like makeup stuff and my piercings, so here goes. So first question, what do you order at Starbucks? I order either a tall skim latte or a tall skim chai, and then depending on the weather I'll get that either iced or hot. What is the one thing in your closet that you can't live without? Okay, this was a really hard question for me. Yeah, I don't have a specific item because I really like have different favorite clothes every week. I'm really weird like that. But the one like type of clothing that I would be so unhappy without is some sort of really comfy hoodie or something. I love a cozy hoodie. I'm wearing my favorite of the month right now that I just got, that I mentioned in my favorites video. I just love feeling like cozy and relaxed. I'm really not the type of person to dress up super fancy every day. I just wear a hoodie every single day. If I didn't have a hoodie, I would be so sad. Okay, what's one thing that most people probably wouldn't know about you? Okay, this is kind of weird because I always talk about being such a girly girl and I love like everything has to have rhinestones on it and be pink and stuff. But I have some pretty boyish hobbies actually. Like I really enjoy guns and motorsports, kind of like I really like drifting and stuff, and you know, I don't really watch NASCAR or anything, so I think that's pretty boring because it's just like an oval track and you just keep going around. Sorry to offend any NASCAR fans, it's not for me. But you know, and then I also really like watching mixed martial arts fighting and UFC and all that stuff. But you know, most people don't know that about me because I just like look like such a girly girl, and most of the time I act like a girly girl. But yeah, that's like the biggest thing that you guys on YouTube probably don't know about me, is that I'm kind of a tomboy when it comes to certain stuff. And one thing you want to do before you die. Okay, this is kind of corny, but before I die, I really want to celebrate a 50th wedding anniversary. I just think that like being in love for your whole life and being married for like your whole life is the most wonderful thing, and nothing makes me like more like well up with emotion inside than seeing old people holding hands and being in love. I just think it's the sweetest thing ever, and I just, you know, I just want to be happily married for like a huge part of my life. And yeah, that's really cheesy, but it's just something that's really important to me. One food that you cannot live without. Okay, bacon. 800%. I am so in love with bacon. I eat it like at least 3 times a week. I love it. I always get it on a breakfast sandwich. Seriously, so delicious. Just salty and fatty and like all the things that are awful for you that I just can't get enough of. Okay, and then the next question, what quote or phrase do you live your life by? Okay, I think that's incredibly limiting to live your entire life by a certain quote or phrase, but I do kind of think that my philosophy can be summed up in Don't Tread on Me from the Gadsden's Flag. And I swear, like I know I've said this before, I'm not like in the Tea Party. I think it doesn't really apply politically, like, I mean it does, but not politically so much as just to everything. Like, you know, if, like, there's no reason for me to be upset or to hurt another person if everyone just like lets everyone else live their life and everyone just hangs back and is laid back about other people. So that's like my take on it is, you know, don't get in the way of other people's freedom if you don't want other people to get in the way of your freedom. You just worry about yourself and, you know, the people close to you, and don't try to control people. And what do you like and dislike about the YouTube community? Okay, the thing that I love about the YouTube community is I've learned so much from YouTube. Seriously, if I hadn't like discovered the beauty community on YouTube, I wouldn't have this channel, and I wouldn't even have the skills that I demonstrate on this channel, because I learned everything that I know about makeup from YouTube. I'm not even joking. So the thing that I love about the YouTube community is that there's just so many ideas floating around and so many opportunities to learn. And I just love like seeing other people's personalities shine through in their videos too. It's just so nice to see like a variety of people, and I love like discovering people's speech patterns. I've always been kind of like a slight linguistics nerd, but I totally love seeing like how people talk and trying to figure out where they're from and stuff by how they talk. What's your number one most listened to song on iTunes? Okay, this is kind of weird because you guys are gonna think this is so strange, but I totally haven't listened to iTunes in ages. I'm more of a Pandora kind of girl, but my most listened to song on iTunes, sorry, I'm looking at my computer, is White Rabbit by Jefferson Airplane, and I think that's because I was learning it to sing at a concert at my school in high school. So that was like, what, 3 years ago? But I listened to it so many times because the vocals are really difficult. I never really mastered it. Grace Slick is just like the best singer, and I really couldn't copy her. But my actual like real favorite song that if I had it on iTunes and if I listened to iTunes a lot would probably be The Hard Road by Hilltop Hoods. They're really awesome. They are from Australia and they're rappers, and I love their accent. It's so nice, and their lyrics are pretty nice. They're not like, I mean, not that I get like super offended or anything. I'm not like oversensitive, but they're like pretty respectful to women and stuff. They're not like talking about like bitches and hoes and like all this stuff. It's mostly, you know, it's a little bit more empowering than that. What kind of style would you define yourself as having? Well, I'm just like freakishly girly. I guess almost like a cartoon. Also, I think I would include the word kawaii in there, you know, cute in Japanese. And I guess I came up with this phrase when I was thinking about it, and this is probably going to sound really stupid to you guys. It's an off-duty fairy tale princess. So like what Cinderella or Sleeping Beauty would wear when they're lounging around the house. Because I really do love comfortable things, but I love like super girly things. So if I'm gonna be wearing sweats, they have to have rhinestones on them, or leopard print, or something shiny, or something. That's how I am. Some of you guys might think that that's like, I don't know, trashy LA soccer mom, but I like it, so, you know, that's all that really matters, right? And, favorite number. Okay, favorite number. See, I kind of hate numbers. I know that it's like a fact of life that we all have to deal with them, but I freaking hate numbers. I'm really terrible at math. It doesn't interest me. I guess my favorite number is like 1 billion in my bank account. Like, I would love that, but yeah, I don't really have a favorite. I just try to avoid them as much as I can. 2 hobbies, makeup, and if you can count this as a hobby, I would say Hello Kitty, because I seriously spend so much time reading blogs and shopping for things and just obsessing about Hello Kitty. You know, always looking at pictures of people's Hello Kitty tattoos. Always, actually that's another hobby, tattoos and piercings and stuff. But yeah, and just Japanese kawaii in general. So Hello Kitty and like Japanese kawaii, I just love that stuff where you just put ruffles on things that, you know, you never thought to put ruffles on before and stuff like that. It just makes me happy. It's just like, it kind of reminds me of like childhood and like when there weren't so many responsibilities and stressful things to deal with as adulthood when we're all supposed to be serious. So, and then 2 pet peeves. Okay, number 1 is I'm like super glued to my cell phone. So, and it's always on silent so I can be discreet about it, but when people aren't as like overeager to answer their texts as I am, because I'm like, if I'm not in class or like, I don't know, someplace where I don't have service, then if you text me, I will seriously text you right back within seconds. And I'm also like really fast texter because I have a full keyboard on my phone, so that's another thing. But I always let myself get unnecessarily like emotionally hurt when people take a long time to answer my texts, and it's so silly because like I'm sure they'll probably just have busier lives than I do, but I don't know, that's like something that bothers me sometimes. Second pet peeve is arrogant guys at the gym. Yeah, so the gym at my school, I go there and it's mostly like a bunch of muscle heads and like athletes and stuff who like are totally ripped. And you know, I like lifting weights. It makes me feel strong and stuff. And they just look over at me and they're like, "Ugh, what are you doing here?" Because I'm like lifting 10-pound dumbbells instead of like, you know, 50 per bicep, you know. But I mean, girls are allowed to go to the gym. We deserve health and well-being just as much as guys do. So it just really pisses me off when they act that way. And just their general, like, discourse. It's just so, ugh. Just, ew. I don't like them. I don't care how muscular they are. I don't find them attractive. I think they seem rude. Guilty pleasure. The fakest possible orange, like, single cheese slices you can imagine. I love, like, that plasticky cheese that everyone else thinks is disgusting. Good old super processed chemical laden American cheese. So yeah, those were all 13 questions. I tag everybody. So if you want to do this, feel free and leave it as a video response. And I would love to get to know you guys. So I will talk to you later and I look forward to your comments and video responses.